Today I'm going to tell you why aftermarket fairing companies suck. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to fill you in on some of the issues that I've had and am still having with getting a set of fairings for this Ninja 650. I have been working on getting a set of fairings for this bike since early April. We are now moving into July. I have went through three, not one, not two, but three different vendors trying to get fairings for this bike with no success. I'm getting ready to start communications with the fourth vendor. The fourth vendor to get fairings for this motorcycle. Let me give you a little backstory. When I first got this project, I knew the fairings were probably going to be the most expensive part to repairing this bike. I didn't want it to be a street fighter or a naked bike. I have a naked bike. I have the Z650. I wanted this to be full fairing like it comes from the factory. Once I won this auction and brought this bike home, I started the search to get fairings coming because I knew it was going to take a while. I know most of them are manufactured in China and it takes a while for them to get made, painted, and brought to the US. What I didn't realize is the middlemen that run the brokerage companies here in the US that go through the manufacturers in China, they're very bad at business. Let me explain. The first time, I tried to go straight to the manufacturer. The communication breakdown was poor. I expected that. So I found what was listed as 2009 to 2011 Kawasaki Ninja 650 injection molded full fairings. That was the advertisement. It showed a picture of all the fairings for a Ninja 650. The price was reasonable. It was like $480. I get to pick what kind of paint, had all the bolt kit, came with a windscreen, came with everything, $480. I'm like, hey man, that's reasonable for injection molded fairings. That's a great price. I'll do that. Okay, it's going to take a month. Started the communication process. After talking back and forth, we settled on what color, what was coming with the kit, all that good stuff. So I paid for it. They put together an invoice, I paid for it. The next guy comes in to confirm the order so they can begin the manufacture. And he's like, okay, you want cowl for ER6N? Like, no, I want full fairings for a ER6F Kawasaki Ninja. I took screenshots of all this because it was through AliExpress. I don't remember exactly which manufacturer listed on there. I don't remember the name of whichever company it was. But be very careful if you ever order anything from that website. Because what they had listed, what they showed pictured, was not what I had ordered. Because evidently the inventory number that was attached to that product was not for what was in the description or in the photos. Like, they had all these different colors and combinations that you could pick, and I'd pick, solid black with like fading out into a gray. It was kind of a cool two-tone fade look. But yeah, it was the entire fairings. Well, the guy that was going to process the order after I had already paid, he was confirming everything, said, oh no, this is for the upper cowl for ER6N, and this is not full fairings. So I emailed him back all the screenshots and everything. And after a long to-do, blah, 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 he's like, okay, well, if you want the full fairing for Ninja, that's this part number, and it costs more. He said, but I'll give you a discount for the trouble. $20 off, right? So original price was going to be $100 more, and he was going to give me $20 off that. So that was going to put it at like $560. Still within my budget that I had set for fairings. So it's like, yeah, okay, that's not too bad. You need to fix your ad. You're listing the wrong product. He said, okay, I'll send that up. I'll, whatever. Forward that. So he sends me the link to the actual correct part number. Those are not injection molded fairings. Those are compression mold fairings. For anyone that's ever looked for fairings, you do not want compression mold fairings unless you're on a really tight budget. But they were going to charge me more money than what other companies charge for injection molded. The compression formed or thermal formed, they have to put all of the mounting tabs on here by hand. They're either glued or melted onto the body panels, and a lot of times they're not straight, have to be modified, you have to drill holes. It's a pain in the butt. I wanted OEM injection molded fairings to go right back on this bike. That's why I had a higher budget. So anyway, after he refunded my money, I'm like, skip, no more. Started hunting for vendor number 2. I've been looking on all kind of websites, doing lots of research. For whatever reason, all of the top recommended fairing companies do not carry fairings for the 2009 to 2011 Ninja 650. You can get 06 to 08. You can get 2012 and up. But for that 3-year model range, you can't find crap for this bike for fairings and bodywork. It's ridiculous. So, an actual black set popped up on eBay. It said it was located in Michigan. So I'm like, hell yeah, it's in the US. Guaranteed 4 days shipping. I'm going to do this. We'll get this thing finished and out of here, right? Get the bike done. So I completed the transaction Thursday evening. Friday morning, I get an email. Confirmation of order with a tracking number. I was so stoked. I was happy. It's like, hell yeah. It said guaranteed to be here by Wednesday. So man, that's awesome. All weekend long, I was so happy. I was like, man, oh, this is fate. This is perfect. Injection molded fairings. They're already painted the color I want. Can't wait. Next week, fairings will be here, and then, 2 to 3 weeks, I'll have this bike completely finished. This was April 25th. So, Monday morning rolls around. I'm stoked. Telling all my buddies, I'm like, hey, I found a set of fairings for this bike. I'll have them this week. They're like, no way. Holy hell, where'd you find fairings that you're going to get them that quick? I said, eBay. Somebody in Michigan had a set. Nice Cycles, right? That was one of the websites I'd found and looked at. Had a fairly decent reputation, so I said, well, hell, they must have had somebody order a set, got returned, or never bought them, picked them up, canceled on them, something, for them to actually have the set that I need in stock on the shelf, and I can have them this week. Monday evening rolls around, I'm like, hey, let's see where they're at. Pull up my tracking number. This item, this shipment has been canceled. What the hell? So I emailed the guy, and this is through eBay, through PayPal, so I'm not really worried about losing my money because it's protected. Transactions, through PayPal and eBay they frown highly on fraud. And I really didn't think too much of it at the time because the guy had really good rating. The website had pretty good reviews for the services they offer. So I emailed the guy. I'm like, why was this order canceled? He emails me back. He said, we were packing this thing up to ship, and I found some damage, and I didn't want to send it to you that way. we're going to have a new set made and painted and ship it out to you, blah, blah, blah. I normally retail these things for around $800, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to get a brand new, pristine set at the price you paid, which was $400 and some odd dollars. So, okay, I'm good with that. You know, he said they should be made, painted, and out of clear coat in about 5 days. After drying time, they'll ship, and then I'll update you. So, okay, cool. I'm good with that. You know, I knew he was probably getting them made and done in China, and then was going to ship them to his warehouse and then ship them on to me. That's fine. So, a month goes by. 3 weeks, actually, went by. And I sent him an email. Said, hey, I'd like to get an update on this order. We're going on close to a month now. What's the status? No answer, no reply. So, okay, he's probably busy or checking on it. Give him a few days to get back to me. A week goes by. Still no message. Send him another email. Hey, I would like an update on my order. It's been a month now. What is the status of the fairings? A couple more days go by, 2 or 3 days. No reply. I send him one more message to the tune of basically, I do not appreciate the poor customer service and lack of communication. I'll give you this one last time to respond. If I do not hear anything back within the next 24 hours, I will be asking for a refund and leaving you negative feedback. It wasn't even 24 hours. I got an email back from him. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I just looked at this. I've been out of town. My partner was supposed to handle this order. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll get on this right away and we'll get you a set made. What do you mean get me a set made? Dude, it's been a month. You told me a month ago that you were going to have it. Never even messed with. So I'm like, dude, I am building a bike. I need these fairings. I have a schedule I'm wanting to stick to, right? So he's like, yeah, okay, blah, blah, blah. I'll get them expedited. We'll get these to you, so on and so forth, blah, blah, blah. And now we're going into the end of May. So I never heard anything back from the guy. And then I got an email like a week later, and he's like, they were bringing the fairings out of paint and noticed there were some broken tabs. They're going to have to make you a set again. So this is like apparently the third set that had been made for this bike from this one guy. And I'm like, you know what, dude? I was like, if you can promise me I can have these in about 3 weeks' time, we're good. If not, I'm going to need my money back. This is the next day, he just refunded my money, and he's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do this. But I feel like I was jerked around, and I had to threaten him with negative feedback on his eBay store before he would even reply to a frigging email. That's piss poor customer service. And then he's like, hey, if you ever do any more bike builds, let me know, and I'll give you a really good deal on the set of fairings for that project. I'm like, dude, you couldn't even fulfill me on this project. Why in the hell do you think I'm going to come back and order something else to be dicked around for a month and a half, you know? No way. No, sorry. So I then contact another vendor, and they had the fairings listed on their website. And I don't want to give their name out just yet because I'm still talking to them, but their communication has fallen off as well here recently. It's been a month now, but I contacted this company, said, hey, look, I'm doing a bike project, for my YouTube channel, and I've had a really hard time finding fairings for these. I would like this set, you know, link the set that he had. I was doing the live chat thing on their website. I was like, I would like to buy this set of fairings in this color. I have a specific thing that I would like to do, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. The guy contacted me back immediately. He's like, hey, well, what's your YouTube and social media? Send me links. So I sent my links to him. And then he's like, I'll tell you what, I will provide you a set of fairings for free if you will do an install and review of our product on your bike. And I'm like, well, hell, sign me up, brother. I don't care how long it takes. If I'm gonna get the fairings for free, sure. And he's like, okay, well, this is what we ask you to do. You need to have, you know, good camera angles, good audio, this, that, and the other. Show, you know, so much time of, you know, unboxing, unpackaging. You know, we'd like for you to show every aspect of how we send our products, this, that, and the other. He was in, you know, pretty good detail about what he wanted. And I'm like, absolutely, man. I think I do a fairly decent job of how-tos and product review. You know, I think I can do what you want. So he's like, awesome. Send me all the details on how you want with the paint and this and that and the other, and I'll get the order started. I sent him all that information. 2 days goes by, he's emailing me back, and it was like Friday at 11 o'clock at night. The guy's emailing me, and he's like, you know, talking about details of the scheme that I wanted. He's like, yeah, that one might be a little complex for our guys to do. Could we compromise? Blah, blah, blah. Because if you want us to go into that much detail, it's going to take at least 20 days just for the paint process, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, hey, you know, we can trim down on it, cut it back, simplify things. I'm all good for that. The quicker I get them, the better. So we settle on something. He's like, no problem. 7 to 10 days, paint will be done. I'll keep you updated. That was a month ago. I've not heard from the guy since. Last week, I emailed him. And I was like, hey, what kind of status do we have on the fairings? Simple question, right? I understand that these are also probably made in China, and that there is a lot of process that has to take place in the manufacturing, the prep, the paint, the packaging, the dry time, the shipping, the customs. I know it takes time. I'm very understanding on that end of it. I know it's going to take a month or more. No reply. Simple. I just was looking for an update. Hey, they're not ready yet. They're still working on it. It's been over a week. If you can't get a reply back from your manufacturer within a week time, maybe you should look at doing something different or going to a different manufacturer. So now, if I don't hear anything back from this guy because he had offered to provide me with a set of fairings, there's one more manufacturer that I'm going to contact to try to get a freaking set of fairings. And I know the longer I wait, the longer it's going to be before I get fairings. So, before I contact my fourth company, do any of you guys have recommendations for reputable fairing companies that actually carry injection molded, true injection molded fairings for 2009 to 2011 Kawasaki Ninja 650? Anyone? So what I'm probably going to end up doing here is getting one of the little cheapo Street Fighter headlight assemblies off eBay for like 30 bucks. I've got bulbs and everything. Popping it on here, taking it down so I can get my inspection, so I can get the tag. I don't mind cruising this thing around naked, you know, that's no big deal. So I can start doing some tuning. That's fine. At least I'll be able to ride the bike in the meantime until I do get some fairings somehow, some way. Definitely don't want to leave it a naked bike. The last resort, I'll contact Kawasaki and see if I can get some OEM stuff. You know, I'm looking for black. But anyway, guys, I just had to get all this off my chest. It's been extremely frustrating and aggravating. And I've had some people ask when the next episode of the rebuild's going to come out. I've just been stuck. I'm sitting here waiting on really important parts of the bike before I can push content out. So I've been trying to fill in with the turn signals, the STS system. That was originally going to be a part of this project, but I can't get it inspected, to get it tagged, to get it on the street, to do the ride and review. So I ended up putting on the 650 because I'm definitely hanging on to the 650, the Z650. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Check out the install video for the STS stuff. And make sure you get in on that contest if you want self-canceling turn signal or a smart brake module. Like I said earlier in the other videos, it's going to be completely random who wins what module, and whether it's from Instagram or YouTube. All the names get piled into a pot and randomly click a button and boom, it's going to pick 2 people. So make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Stay tuned to the channel. Stay up to date for future videos, giveaways, how-tos, rides, and hopefully some general mischief here in the future. Gonna have some fun. Alright guys, be safe on the roads. Happy 4th of July to everyone, which also 4th of July is going to be the day that I'm going to put up a short video doing the giveaway on the STS module. But ride safe, happy holidays, we'll see you next time.